intelligent, and have revealed them to infants. Yes, Father, for such was your gracious will, he continued. All things have been handed over to me by my Father, and no one knows the Son except the Father, and no one knows the Father except the Son, and anyone to whom the Son chooses to reveal him. Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Let us be seated, please. So, my friends, we already had reflected a little bit earlier, and we come now to reflect on some things that really happen in life, like what we have what we are going through today. You may have realized that I'm an African, right? Yeah. And where I come from, they have a saying that a mystery or a problem is not described through experience, but it's not described because you are wise, but it can be described only by those who have lived it. And when so I could come here and tell you, oh, I know what you are going through, and the truth is that you can never know what the other person is going through, but you can relate. You can relate. And for me, I came from a family, 12 children. When I was very young, about 4 years of age, my father was killed by Idi Amin. I come from Uganda, and by that time they had that man, Idi Amin, was not a very good person. Killed my dad. My mama stayed with 12 children. And my mama struggled to take us through school. She went to people and washed plates and begged and did what? And got all her children to go through university. Each and everyone got scholarships and so on. And now, after they had finished, my brothers, one group was a set of twins, Peter and Paul. One was a brain surgeon, one was an orthopedic surgeon. They had come out of medical school. 1 week, they rode in an accident and they died. At the age 29. And then a sister of mine got pregnant. She was a lawyer, a local state attorney of our state, had got pregnant, an ectopic pregnancy, and she died. And so on. And everybody, one after another one. The day I was appointed in St. Elizabeth, my last sister died. The same day I was appointed there. And now I had to figure out whether to go and attend my personal problems or stay. I chose to stay until I got, and then later I went 5 months later. Now, I know you are wondering, how can I be burying my own relative and you come and start talking about yourself? I want to relate it with her, in the sense that all of us, the mysteries of God are very hard to find, to discover. But I have found through a lot of loss. Like I told you, a family of 12, and now we are only 5. And all of them went like in a period of 8 years. And but through suffering, some new things come up. It's just like Jesus says, it is until the fruit, it has to die in order for the young ones to come. That is from our faith, but also from our understanding of the things of life. You realize that the old people give space for the new. For the new, I cannot tell you, Celia would never have chosen to be here at his funeral or her funeral or the funeral of these beautiful kids. So God chooses, she went away. And the reason I want to tell you, especially you, the young ones, the grandchildren and so on, you should be consoled by the fact that you had time. You know, what you have to remember is that you got to remember that there is nothing you could have done. You know, that is something everybody here must think about. Because I worked in Jamaica, right, for 15 years. And I found something in Jamaica that I never found anywhere else. And I have been a missionary, I've worked in so many countries. But in Jamaica there was, for example, I'll just tell you one story of one person. We took care of this gentleman at the church. He was homeless. And he came and I had a convent with 3 nuns. And the nuns bathed him and so on. He got stuff, his skin was all, finally he got so, when he died we said, oh thank God, he has rested. His name was Pius. He suffered, we had to feed him, we had to give him everything. The moment Pius died, we realized he had 9 children. He had 3 kids in the UK. He had 2 in Toronto. He had others in the US, and they all showed up. When they came, because we didn't have money or anything, I had gone to a funeral parlor like this one. But the one that I used to work with, they would have, like you know, they do these things in packages. You have a package where they can give you the whatever, where they can even give you a chariot and all these kind of things, and so on. Different packages. But there was a very small one for the poor ones, where they would give you the casket they have recycled and all that kind of stuff, and that it wouldn't be very nice, but it would be something for people who had no. So they would give it to us free. And then what I would do, I would go to their place and also do services for people who had died and nobody knew who they were, especially those who had died like in shootouts and so on. I would also give my services to them. But anyway, so I had already gotten my casket, which we were going to put in Pius and bury him. And on that day, they showed up. They said, no, we don't want this casket, we want the expensive one. And they wanted to spend lots of money when he was dead. But I was in front of them, and me, I'm afraid of nobody. I told them, you don't bring your casket, keep them. I will bury him as a poor man that he lived with us. And they wanted to give a speech. I said, you keep your mouth shut until we can bury him, then you can go wherever you go and talk.